Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Nerd Herder Show. My name is Nick.
I'm Rich.
And we are from the Over a Beer channel, and it is a new week.
It is.
It's also, we both have mics now.
Yeah, we do.
That's an exciting new development. So we might look a little bit different, might look a little bit silly, I don't know. Maybe we look professional.
Let us know. Let us in the comments below what you think. Audio should be better this week. Maybe you'll see some of this in a podcast form for this week.
Well, hear some of it in a podcast form. Maybe not see.
Yes, sir.
So we are the Over a Beer channel, so we start off each episode, sometimes if we remember, telling you what beer we are drinking for the week. So, what are we drinking?
We're drinking Victory's Hop Devil.
Yes.
India Pale Ale.
The mythical Hop Devil resides in the lore of farmers. Our Hop Devil is the real deal, bold, spicy, and menacingly delicious. He's the product of distinctive American hops and meticulous craftsmanship. Cool. So, it's an IPA.
Yeah.
I've never had this one. Have you?
I have.
Oh, is it good?
I like it.
Spoiler.
Yep, I like that. Still like it.
That is good. Victory for your taste.
It's a victory indeed. It's much better than the last couple
Yeah.
we picked out.
Well, you know, they can't all be winners.
What was last week's? The week before was the strawberry thing.
I don't remember what last week was.
Was
You
it-
did not like it.
Was it a wheat thing?
It was a wheat beer.
Okay, that was why.
All right.
I'm in my comfort zone here. I got my IPA.
That's a good one. I like
I'm ready
this.
to go.
Wait, for the podcast.
They're gonna wish we didn't have mics.
All right, so it is a new week.
Mm-hmm.
We are the Nerd Herders. So today we're going to be talking about movie news.
We are.
All right.
Yes.
Well, then sure. We split up the news. We didn't talk about which one we were going to do first.
We always do movie news first.
We always do movie news first.
Where have you been? Where have you been for 30-some weeks?
I've been right here, hooking up this mic.
Oh, it feels like it's been 30 weeks to try to get this damn thing
All right.
going.
So I chose this week's movie news.
Cool.
So let's go through some of it. There's some exciting stuff in here. The first of which is let's see which one we want to talk about first. There's a movie. I believe it came out in 1997.
Okay.
Starring Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Starring Bugs Bunny. Starring Bill Murray. And it's getting a sequel. And that movie was Space Jam, and we're going to get Space Jam 2. Apparently Justin Lin, who is the director of Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
He's only up through
Fast and Furious, which is the fourth one. Fast 5 and Fast 6, as well as the upcoming Star Trek Beyond, has signed on to direct LeBron James and Bugs Bunny in Space Jam 2, or Space Jam.
Whatever you're going to call it.
I'm not sure. Are you excited? Do you care? Do you like Space Jam?
I love Space Jam.
Oh, good.
I was a big fan of Space Jam.
Yeah.
I remember when there were rumors going around a while back about, LeBron James wants to be in Space Jam 2.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
And I was not a big fan of LeBron James. I'm a Cleveland fan, so I've had a bit of a roller coaster of
He's back though,
feelings
now.
on him. Yeah, he's
So
back.
when this rumor originally came out 2 summers ago, he had not gone back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
He was in the middle of the Heat hate. He had not been in Trainwreck yet.
Mm-hmm. Which was my next point.
And now all of those things have happened.
Yeah. So he's come back, but more importantly, he was in Trainwreck.
And he was...
He was one of the best parts of Trainwreck.
He was one of the best parts of a pretty funny movie.
Yeah. So I'm on board.
And Justin Lin.
Yeah.
No hack. A really good director.
Yeah.
So then the question is, what is this going to be? Is it going to be a remake, a reboot, whatever it is? I'm excited as a NBA fan to see who the Monstars will be. Because if you remember in the original Space Jam, there was Charles Barkley and Muggsy Bogues and all these other athletes at the time, plus Larry Bird cameoed with Jordan playing golf, and they had Bill Murray. I could totally see the Bill Murray part going to Kevin Hart. It's going to be something like that.
Bring Bill Murray back.
Yeah,
He's still around.
He's really bad-mouthed being in that movie before. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah. But will Jordan come back? I'm excited.
I hope he would make a cameo.
I think so. I think if it was a sequel,
Yeah.
if they're just remaking it, I don't know. Maybe it's like LeBron's trying to take over all of his he's trying to be the best player in the world and replace what he did. I'm excited though.
I'm very curious.
Cool.
I'm excited to hear more.
I want to know why Justin Lin.
Yeah,
How much more ambitious is this movie going to be?
Yeah.
That you need one of the best action directors out there to make it. We'll find out. Or
We will.
we'll see.
Take a drink, Sarah.
All right. We got some other news. So that was some exciting director news and star news, in my opinion. I know people are upset about it. We got some interesting director news last week, and that is director Seth Grahame-Smith, who has never directed really anything, who was going to be directing DC's upcoming Flash film, separate from the TV show, but related to the Batman v Superman world, has dropped out of that project due to creative differences. And there are rumors that James Wan is also potentially going to leave the Aquaman film, although he Instagrammed a picture that really suggested otherwise.
Oh, did he? I didn't see it. I haven't seen it. If there's been an
He Instagrammed a picture of himself. He said he would have responded earlier, but he's in the middle of post-production on Conjuring 2. He was busy. But he Instagrammed a picture of him against a wall with a giant Aquaman mural and said, "You guys are killing me." And then he also said, Devin Faraci, who's a film blogger who broke the story, he tweeted also, "Nobody should be angry at Devin or anyone else." Because in the past, when these rumors have come out and they were proven false, the movie writer got torn apart.
Really?
Yeah, I remember,
That's
what was
weird.
it? There was all those rumors that Drew McQueenie had broke about Batman v Superman not being good, and then Warner Brothers wanting to get rid of Scott, or what's his name? Snyder.
Oh, Zack Snyder?
Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
And then when those came not true, people sent death threats to Drew McQueenie. So James Wan seems to be suggesting that he's not going anywhere, that this isn't true. We'll see. But Seth Grahame-Smith leaving, the creative differences thing, I'm not upset that this guy's leaving the movie, or that this guy's gone. Whether it was his choice, their choice, whatever it was. I mean, he's done nothing.
Sure.
Give me somebody with talent that we know is talented. Give me somebody exciting. You see some of the directors, this isn't even bringing on somebody like James Gunn, who hasn't done much of anything, even though we knew Slither and stuff for Guardians. Other people were like, James Gunn, who's James Gunn? This is literally bringing on a nobody. He's done nothing.
Sure.
Maybe it's not a bad thing.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Because originally, before him, it was supposed to be Phil Lord and Chris Miller. But they left to do the Han Solo movie.
That's right. I would take
Give
a
me
Star
somebody
Wars
like
movie
that.
over.
Well, yeah, but...
Well, I have a feeling... Had you not given me the update on the James Wan story, this would have been seen in an entirely different light. But I could totally see Warner Bros. After the poor reception of BVS, being we need to get somebody in here who can definitely... We were going to take a risk on somebody, but we need to get somebody else in here.
Maybe.
And maybe trying to force him out, or them trying to take so much control of it that he's I don't want to do this isn't...
Yeah, or they fired him and let him
say
look like he was the good guy.
Yeah.
And not he got fired, like I believe happened with Josh Trank in the Star Wars movie that he was creative differences over.
Yeah.
Even though we saw Fantastic Four went down. I would agree with you, especially if James Wan left, but the thing is, reception to Batman v Superman aside, right, there's still the ace in the hole of Suicide Squad. If Suicide Squad is great...
Maybe.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's two sides to the coin.
Yeah.
But if it's great, and David Ayer knocked it out of the park, and that movie's a huge hit, then all of a sudden they're in a good spot. But if that movie sucks too, and it might.
Yeah.
We don't know. There's been good trailers for bad movies.
Look at Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Look at
Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
If that movie sucks, then I don't know what they do. If that movie is bad and it also Batman BVS is considered underwhelming at the box office,
Mhm.
even though it is now already, and it's still making money, the
Yeah.
7th highest grossing superhero movie of all time. But when you have two of the biggest superheroes of all time, number 7
It should be the biggest. I mean,
is not enough. Maybe not bigger than the Avengers, right? But
Sure.
it should make $1 billion, and it's not going to do that.
yeah. You
Anyway,
know,
that's
Well, I remember when BVS was coming out, we were saying, okay, this is it for Warner Brothers. Everything is riding on this movie. It didn't do so hot, and now I think even more is riding on Suicide Squad.
if Suicide Squad is no good. Well, I didn't even write this down, but so there is. I forgot about this story
Okay.
when I was going back and writing stuff down. There was a rumor this week that suggested that in the Ben Affleck solo Batman movie that we
Mhm.
know he is now making, that essentially every major Batman villain will appear in the movie in one way or another. The suggestion was that it would be along the lines of the Arkham video games,
Yeah.
follow one of those storylines.
That would make the
Um,
most sense.
And, I haven't finished Arkham Knight, but Arkham Asylum and Arkham City both have nearly every villain. And they both do so in very logical ways.
Mhm.
And I could totally see them doing even Arkham Asylum in the movie, essentially. And I think
Yeah.
that would be actually really cool.
Yeah,
We
and-
wouldn't have to sit through a million different origins. We would just have some of these characters.
Yeah.
A lot of them will be established, even just through Suicide Squad. I'm down.
Well, that's
That
the thing.
sounds real cool.
I think we're at a point where we know as the public, we obviously know them, but as a public, I think people are more aware of Mr. Freeze, Penguin Joe. I mean, kind of the main stable of Batman villains.
Yeah.
We don't need to see all of their origin stories and how they developed this thing, and especially if we're already taking in this older Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Clearly, they're not going to take the time to go and set up all of these villains for this thing. And I like that we're not going to hopefully get
I don't
more
know. I don't even
origins.
know how you could. Maybe one person, maybe you get Catwoman again, her
Yeah.
origin. But it's exciting to me to just imagine that we're gonna have a new Catwoman immediately. I love that
Mhm.
character, and I thought she was done really well by Anne Hathaway. But I'm excited to see her again. I'm excited
Yeah.
to see, if it is Arkham Asylum the movie, then my point, what made me think about it was, even if BVS underperformed and Suicide Squad doesn't do that well, if they have that, I feel like that Batman movie, no matter what, is going to be successful, because
Mhm.
people who didn't like BVS liked
Yeah,
Batman.
pretty much. Whatever the
almost
movie was,
across the board.
everyone
There are
liked
people
Batman.
who already had decided they didn't like Ben Affleck as Batman. And
Yeah.
nothing was going to change their mind. But I think it turned a lot of people around,
Mhm.
and man, that'd be a cool. That would get people excited, because those games are insanely popular, especially the first two.
Mhm.
I'm down for that. So there's DC,
Okay.
and then there's Marvel. And
Yep.
we learned something about Marvel just this very day.
Oh.
The writers of Captain America: The First Avenger, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Captain America: Civil War, and now the Avengers: Infinity War Part 1 and 2, Marcus and McFeely. I think it's Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely. They said today, or maybe it was the Russos, I don't know, that the Avengers: Infinity War Part 1 and the Avengers: Infinity War Part 2 will not be called that.
Mhm.
Are you happy?
I'm
Or would you
indifferent.
be fine?
It's the title. And
You don't care? You're not excited?
I mean, I'm excited about the movies.
Not excited about Infinity War?
But I'm not. Oh no, it's not called Infinity War.
I'm excited it's not called. I'm excited it's not called Infinity War Part 1, Infinity War Part 2.
Okay.
And also,
What?
I think it could be. I think Infinity War is a fine title, but following Civil War,
Sure.
maybe it's just too many wars.
Yeah. I mean, I could have seen them just calling them Infinity War.
Leave the wars to the Star Wars.
Dawn of something.
Dawn of. We
I don't know.
were more popular than you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting. I don't know what it will be called. Maybe Rise of Thanos and
The Fall of Thanos.
the Fall of Thanos. Spoilers. I don't know. I thought that was interesting. Two more things.
Okay.
There's an upcoming Mummy movie that is about to start filming. We've
Mhm.
talked about it a few
Mhm.
times. Tom Cruise is starring in it. Universal is starting is going to be making a shared universe of monster movies. They wanted to do this for a little while now.
Yeah.
I think they actually, for a little while, they were saying that Dracula Untold was going to start that, and they stopped saying that when that made about $4. But we learned today that another asset of that spin or crossover might have been cast for the Mummy. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
No.
Cast Russell Crowe in the Mummy movie as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Also, part of that story, we learned that the first choice, in fact, into the contract phase, was Tom Hardy, and it didn't work out.
Okay, so Cruise is
playing, I believe,
the main guy.
He's either Van Helsing or he is just a lead of the Mummy.
Okay.
But he's expected to appear in a lot. I think I read somewhere he's playing Van Helsing. And he's going to be like trying to take out all the monsters.
No Hugh Jackman.
No. Who is? But also apparently up for the Dr. Jekyll role besides Tom Hardy was Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Eddie Redmayne, and then Russell Crowe ended up being the choice. It's interesting. I feel like a lot of those are younger actors.
Yeah.
And they went with Russell Crowe, but he's a good actor. I'm hoping after Nice Guys he'll be kind of back where he was maybe a decade ago, really popular. We'll see. But again, part of that story, it confirmed like the movies they have in development, and I wasn't aware of some of these. Apparently between now and 2020, they're going to have a Bride of Frankenstein movie, a Wolfman movie written and possibly directed by David Koepp, who did like Jurassic Park, a Van Helsing movie, and an Invisible Man movie that is already attached to star Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So, I know we've talked about this Mummy movie, but I don't think we've discussed much your thoughts on this idea of this shared monster universe from the Universal Monsters.
I'm intrigued by it. I mean, we've seen little bits of that here and there, and kind of in the past where we're gonna, like the Van Helsing movie, where it's like we're gonna put all the monsters, whatever you think about that movie. I think if it's done right, it could be really cool. Depends, as long as it doesn't feel like just a cash grab. And we got to build an expanded universe. Let's get these out.
There was a long period of Universal Studios history in the 30s and 40s where the Universal Monsters, they were the biggest thing in Hollywood.
Yeah.
They did mean everything to them. Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, played by Lon Chaney and Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi, and the creature from the Black Lagoon, all those characters. And I like to think that I would hope that this wouldn't just be a cash grab, and that this would be trying to recapture something that is important to the studio's history. And they did do crossovers of those movies.
Sure.
There was Frankenstein meets Dracula, and Dracula and the Wolfman, and Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, which is like one of my favorite movies of all time. And to think that I think this could really work really well. I mean, in some ways, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein was the original Avengers. So this whole shared cinematic universe thing that has been made so re-popular by Marvel kind of started with them. I'm excited about it. Russell Crowe. I like that Tom Cruise is starring in this movie. The rest of the cast is good too. I hope it's good. All right, last story.
Cool.
And this is news for everyone, but it is definitely news for us. So, Star Wars Celebration is upcoming. Upcoming this year, in I believe London later this year. And so you guys over across the pond are getting a lot of Rogue One news at Star Wars Celebration. For those who don't know what Star Wars Celebration is, it's a yearly Star Wars massive convention that is held in different places around the world. Last year there was a huge thing for Force Awakens, but they just revealed today on Star Wars Day, it is Star Wars Day as we're recording this, May the 4th, the location of next year's Star Wars Celebration, which will be the Episode 8 Star Wars Celebration. And it is right in our backyard, right out that window in Orlando, Florida.
It's literally going to be in Nick's backyard.
Pretty much. I mean, like, we are talking just mere miles from our homes.
Daisy really is just going to crash at this place. Like, that's how close we're going to be.
She'll be staying right in the room, right over there. And I'll put all of her pops right there. How exciting is this?
Oh my god, I can't wait.
That we are like 20 days away from buying tickets.
Is that when they go on sale?
25th. Yeah. exciting.
How much
news.
are they?
I don't know. I went to Star Wars Celebration was in Orlando 5 years ago, and I went to it. Obviously, Star Wars has been one of the most popular things since 1977, but I feel like it is more popular now than it was then. But man, it was an amazing event. Like seeing with a crowd of thousands, Empire Strikes Back, and seeing George Lucas speak unexpectedly.
I don't think we'll get that this time.
I don't think we will either, but man, it was an amazing thing. But now we're gonna get like some of the first episode 8 stuff. Like it's right in our backyard, so stay tuned for the Nerd Herder show because we will be there
Yep.
in a year. But wow, that's exciting.
I'm thrilled.
I was so excited when they released that today.
Gotta get tickets.
Yeah, we will.
Better.
Anyway, that's this week's movie news. Did we miss anything big? Let us know. You can tweet at us.
Yeah.
I'm at Stonks.
I'm at Rich Belson. The channel's on Twitter at OABeer_official. And you can email us at overbeerofficial@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/overbeer. We're on Instagram, over_a_beer. And we finally have our YouTube URL. So you can find us there at youtube.com/overabeer. Did I forget any places?
I don't think so.
Cool. You can find us at all those places. If you enjoy these videos, like, share, and subscribe. But until next time, drink up.
Butter me up.